Right, time for our last review blog of 2018. We've done all the teams, now to pick the 5 events of the year. It's going to be a deeply personal thing because something that I think is a big event, you might not think so. So it's a little personal, it's a little India-centric, as you'd imagine, being on cricbuzz. So here we go. I've picked 5 honorable mentions because there's so many to choose from. So 5 honorable mentions and then we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So as I do normally, I've got it all written down over here. Here we go. My first honorable mention. Yasir Shah becoming the fastest to 200 test wickets. He's a mighty fine bowler. He's been dogged a bit by injuries, but over the history of cricket, there have been so many magnificent bowlers. The fastest to 200 test wickets just means he's a very special player. So that is my first honorable mention. My second is the growth of women's cricket. Every time she goes out, Harmanpreet Kaur plays an innings that will get more and more girls into playing cricket. And that is what we desperately need. More and more girls playing cricket. That century of 49 balls was a big one for Harmanpreet. Then, the final of the Nida Harsa trophy. Everybody except Dinesh Karthik thought, this is gone. 29 of 8 balls to win a big final was very special. I was delighted for Dinesh Karthik. So that was a third honorable mention. As you could realize, I'm not going in any order. Now, where do we go? What else have we got? I've picked 2 rearguard actions. I like defensive play in test match cricket because we see so little of it. Tim Paine and Usman Khwaja against Pakistan. But even more dramatically, Kusal Mendes and Angelo Matthews batting 655 balls, I think it was, to save a test match in New Zealand. The weather helped a little bit towards the end, but it was a magnificent rearguard action. And I like the fact that you can bat long hours to save a test match. So that was the 4th of those. And then there were some retirements. Dwayne Bravo retired, Rangana Herath retired, Gautam Gambhir retired, Alistair Cook retired, and someone I've enjoyed watching enormously. I had him in my test team of the year because he changed so many matches, was A.B. de Villiers. Those are my 5 honorable mentions. Now let me go from bottom up. What was number 5 for me in my list of events? Here we go. My number 5. We had got to a stage in test match cricket where nobody was winning away. You just travelled and you lost, and you played at home and you won. And we got 2 serious away wins. England in Sri Lanka and New Zealand against Pakistan. And believe me, that's very difficult to do. So the 2 away wins occupy number 5 in my list of events of 2018. Number 4, little personal, the arrival of Jasprit Bumrah. In early 2018, we wondered whether he would ever be good enough to play test match cricket. By the end of 2018, he's walking into most teams of the year because he's just been fantastic. 3 test matches in South Africa, 3 in England, now 3 here in Australia. And you just think the captain is searching for Jasprit Bumrah. Walks into my team, whether it's T20 or ODI or test match. The arrival of Jasprit Bumrah was a big event. So number 4 on my list. Now, who's number 3? Number 3. The big emotional return of Chennai Super Kings to the IPL. In the big build-up to the IPL, you could just see the feeling. I was there for the first game in Chennai. I could just see what was happening. I know it was cruel that it was taken away from them, but the great emotion, the drama, not just the return of Chennai Super Kings, the eventual winning of the IPL, it was fantastic. In cricketing terms, it was like a team being banned coming out and winning the Premiership. So Chennai Super Kings winning the IPL was number 3 for me. You're wondering what the next 2 are, aren't you? Let me go to number 2. This was a year for bowlers. It's not always that you can say that. There were 2 stats that hit me in the face. This year was the first since 1988 that there were more 5-wicket hauls than the centuries. And for the first time since 1959, this was the lowest batting average since 1959 in test match cricket. This was not a year for batsmen, but even more so, it was a year for bowlers. And those stats just tell me why 2018 was a very different year. But for the number 1 event of the year, it wasn't an event to celebrate. It was an event that in one of the big test playing countries of the world brought a lot of hardship, a lot of trauma, a lot of soul searching. Two of the finest players on the planet were banned for a year. Another young player was banned for 9 months. All the events surrounding sandpaper in South Africa, sadly, has to be the #1 event of 2018. So there you are. I'm sure you disagree with a few, but that's the fun of doing these blogs. Make your own, and that'll make it even more fun.